Sean O'Malley's considering retirement. And you know what? I don't blame him. He got two relatively easy Dana White privilege title runs, and he might go for a third one just by beating Song Yadong. And if he loses that one, I think both of him and I agree that what's next for him? It's just kind of over. And as much as I agree with that, I would rather have him not retiring and stay and fight. You know, he's still an exciting fighter. He's still a name. He's not a superstar by any means, but he's someone I like having in a division, in a card. I think he still has that power to him, even though it's not superstar power like a Conor, Alex, or Islam. I like having him around, right? Now, instead of retiring, let me propose him. I want to give him 4 people. Well, I want to say, fuck bantamweight. If you're not gonna, if you got your 3 title fights there, leave bantamweight, and I'm gonna propose he goes to featherweight, and I'm gonna give him 4 people who I would love. 4 people I would love to see him fight. Right? Let's start off with Yair Rodriguez. Now, tell me why this man is number 3 ranked in featherweight. He lost to Volkanovski in 2023, right? 24 maybe. No, 2023. And then 2024, next year, he lost to Brian Ortega. 2025, he beat Pitbull. And 2026, he hasn't fought yet, right? He's inactive. He lost 2, 1-1, and he's still ranked number 3. This division's kind of shit. Yair Rodriguez kind of shit. I hate this man. I fucking hate the way he looks. I hate the way he sounds, the way he talks, walks, but I like the way he fights. I would give him that. The way he fights and the way he would stylistically match up against Sean O'Malley would be such a beauty to behold. Fast, weird angles. Sean O'Malley's good straights, but Yair Rodriguez is gonna try to kick a lot, Taekwondo style. No, they're not gonna go to grappling. At least probably not, right? They might throw it in a little bit to scare each other, but they're not gonna win through grappling. They're not gonna snooze it up through grappling. And dude, I think Sean O'Malley, I think he has a good chance to beating up Yair Rodriguez, and then he'll be number 3 ranked. I think that's a quick and easy lick. Maybe not the easiest lick, but it's definitely easier than the next guy, who at number 2 is Diego Lopez. Now, I wouldn't suggest Sean O'Malley to take this fight. This is a very scary fight. This is a well-filled, framed out, featherweight. Yair Rodriguez kind of has the same height and build as, maybe a little bit more muscle or fat than Sean O'Malley, but Diego Lopez is just muscle, man. He's muscle. He can't cut too much more weight than what he's cutting right now, kind of muscle. And he's also good at grappling. He's not the craziest wrestler. Against Volk, he doesn't try to take him down, but on the feet, he's no joke. He has that dumping power that could really hurt Sean O'Malley. But I do think Sean O'Malley has a good chance against him. I would choose Diego Lopez to win, but this will be a hard fight. All right, next person I would give Sean O'Malley is Brian Ortega, number 9. If he wants to fight is this the easiest lick he could get? The easiest lick Sean O'Malley could get in featherweight, right? Above Aljamain Sterling. If they want a rematch, I think that's kind of scarier fight when Aljamain Sterling weighs a little bit more. Murphy, I don't think that's much of a joke. Let's not give him Evloev. I think he's just going to get out wrestled, right? Sean O'Malley versus Brian Ortega. Ortega is not much of a on the feet guy. He wants to wrestle. He wants to do jiu-jitsu, but he's also just shit. And he also wants to leave the division, right? So maybe I shouldn't have included him, but easiest lick here, Brian Ortega. All right, going to the next person, and that's Steve Garcia, number 8. Now, this is a very dangerous man. Very dangerous. But kind of like Sean O'Malley, at range, peppers you, hurts you. This also, I wouldn't say this is an easy fight for Sean O'Malley, but this will be a fun fight. I want to see this fight. I am a big fan of Steve Garcia and his fucking long, weird arms, and he has power too, but I think that comes from the long leverage that his arms have. Sean O'Malley, I could see him just lighter man skill, better footwork around, winning this, but who knows? It was just a fight I want to see. All right, next one is flyweight to bantamweight. Who I want to see change weight classes from flyweight to bantamweight. And this one is, I don't think this is much of a controversial one. It's Brandon Royval. He lost to Manel Cap. He lost to Joshua Van and Pantoja. Those are the 3 people who are up there at the championship. He beat Tatsuro Tairo, but that's not enough. That's not enough. Now I think this dude is kind of landlocked outside of his own division, so I think he should move up, right? First person he should fight, Sean O'Malley. Again, another fun fight. I don't think they're that far off height. I think Brandon Royval, again, everybody has to put on a little bit of muscle, has to push up, get that DC weight up and eat like DC a little bit more. And this is just a good scrap on the feet, man. I think Brandon Royval might lose this one, but if you want somebody to stand and bang with, lengthy dude like Brandon Royval himself, there's kind of like a mirror fight right here. Sean O'Malley isn't heavy built, strong. He might not knock out Brandon Royval. So I want to see it. Next person, Corey Sandhagen. Another on the feet, lengthy people who are just going to scrap it out and have a little war. I don't know who's going to win this one. Sandhagen has been disappointing me so much, man. But so does Brandon Royval. That's so weird. Either way, going next to the next person. Now, this one should be pretty easy. If it was Brian Ortega, last division, Davidson Figueroa, number 6. Easy lick. I'm sorry to say that. Old man, he's number 6 right now, but he's fighting Umar, so maybe he's not gonna be number 6 by the time Brandon Royval moves up. But there's somebody from your division who's not much bigger than you. He has power, but maybe if Brandon Royval moves up and gets some 15 pounds on him of pure muscle or 10 pounds on him of pure muscle, he might have a better chin, right? I think this would be Brandon Royval's easiest fight at bantamweight, right? Next person, Marlon Vera. Now, if Davidson Figueroa was an easy leg, then Marlon Vera is just a lollipop on a baby that you could just snatch and steal real quick, just real easy. Marlon Vera is just going to try to fluke you. Any way possible, he's going to try to fluke you. He's not going to try to fight you. He's going to try to throw a random head kick that's going to land randomly in 3rd, 4th round. Well, guess what? If it's a 3-rounder, he ain't going to do shit. Even if it's a 5-rounder, he ain't going to do shit. Marlon Vera shit, man. He's number 8 ranked. If Brandon Royval wants somebody he could kind of show off against and hopefully he doesn't get chinned, there's your man, Marlon Vera, right? Next person from featherweight to lightweight. It's Diego Lopez. Oh, man. If Diego Lopez loses to Volkanovski and Volkanovski doesn't retire, I think he should just move up and wait. And I would love to see him fight a good amount of people at lightweight, right? Let's go with Diego Lopez versus Max Holloway. Now, Diego Lopez, I think he said this was his dream fight. It might have been John Silver that said Max Holloway's dream fight. But either way, for the BMF, I would love to see it. I would love to see it. Diego Lopez is not a small guy. He's not a skinny guy. He's not scrawny. And he's going to box heavy. And let's see if he can knock out Holloway. Holloway has been getting dropped a lot recently. Let's see if he can do it for the BMF. Next person, Charles Oliveira. Same reason. Just going to scrap you. I would love to see the scrambles, the submission attempts from both Diego Lopez and Charles Oliveira. Both very good on the back, on the feet, on jiu-jitsu. And he also has kind of that thumping power, man. Can he knock out Charles Oliveira after getting chinned by Ilia Topuria? Maybe. Let's see. Can Charles Oliveira submit him and out-grapple him? Maybe. We don't know yet. I would love to see this fight. Again, if Charles Oliveira beats Holloway, I think this month or next month for the BMF, I would love to see it. Diego Lopez is absolutely deserving for the BMF. He fought, I think when Brian Ortega pulled out and he made weight at 145 and then at 155 and then at 165 or something like that. He made weight 3 times in like a day or two. Absolutely nasty work. Also killer, so let's see it. Other person, Dan Hooker. This fight would be so fun. Dan Hooker is a little bit taller, a little bit scarier, but he's also just somebody who wants to make a car crash. And Diego Lopez is that car crash maker also. This is going to be a good fight, good scrap. It's going to be bloody. Dan Hooker could get knocked out. It's not going to be taken to the floor. Maybe not. But we don't know. It's going to be scrap. It's going to be fun. It's going to be bloody. It's going to be good war. This would be a good introduction to Diego Lopez at this weight class, right? Next person is Benoit Saint-Denis. Man, Benoit Saint-Denis has just been showing up and showing out and having fun. Now, he might try to take down Diego Lopez and try to do some nasty ground and pound. Diego Lopez is not going to accept that. He's not going to accept that. He's the one to do that. And let's see what happens when both people want to have that mission and they collide. Are they going to keep it on the feet where I think Diego Lopez has the advantage? Or is Benoit Saint-Denis going to be able to pressure him and knock him out somehow? Or just submit him? I don't think so, but amazing fight nonetheless. 2 warriors, 2 people who go out and show out, right? Next, lightweight to welterweight. Now, this division is a little hard because there's not many, at least in the rankings, people who would fit welterweight. I think Islam Makhachev is very impressive that he was able to pack those 15 pounds and fit almost like a glove perfectly at welterweight. I don't think there's much people that would do it. No, Patty might be able to do it, but I don't think Patty's good. Like, I don't know. I don't know about Patty. So I'm giving it to Jalen Turner. He's like 6'2", fighting at 155. Put on like good 30 pounds, 40 pounds if you got it in you. Go to welterweight. He might be able to go to middleweight, right? At welterweight, let's give him number 12 ranked Gilbert Burns. I think Gilbert Burns is just not who he used to be. I think that might have been a Michael Morales thing, but just seeing him kind of show up and not want to fight Michael Morales, I think Jalen Turner with a little bit more muscle. He's also Jalen Turner's also good at jiu-jitsu. So if Gilbert Burns wants to take him down, I don't think he'll be able to submit Gilbert Burns, but use that submission to kind of stand up and then just kick his ass. Gilbert Burns is also pretty tiny for the welterweight. He's more muscled up, but I think Jalen Turner has a good case against beating Gilbert Burns, at least modern day Gilbert Burns at number 12. And then since Jalen Turner's on the rank, let's give him some unranked people. Neil Magny, right? Around the same height, same body build, kind of. It's I think Jalen Turner, I wouldn't know how. It's a 50-50 for me, dog. Neil Magny, he could fraud check you. Jalen Turner, I hope he's skilled enough. The lighter man skill. He's been fighting smaller people or faster or more dangerous. Neil Magny is just a roach. He's going to be able to win somehow. Jalen Turner, I hope he gets it. And also, Jalen Turner is just a crazy fumbler. He might actually lose this fight, right? Another person who's unranked is Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Jalen Turner versus Stephen Wonderboy Thompson will be, not to be racist, but another Holloway, Kevin Holland fight. Just two people who want to keep it standing, who want to like almost do karate at each other. Very dangerous, but I don't think either of them are going to knock each other out. Just a 3-round or 5-round fight of just two people just going at it on the feet with like some taekwondo, karate, little blitzes now and then. Stephen Thompson, he has a good case, but he's also a little older, so Jalen Turner might win this one. I think this should be a interesting fight. All right, next person for Jalen Turner is Mike Malott, unranked, still proving himself. So Jalen Turner, if he wants to kind of get that star power by beating up another prospect in the welterweight division, I think Mike Malott, who I don't really think is that impressive. Jalen Turner has that lighter man skill. He's also going to be taller and pack up more muscle, hopefully, if he moves up. And I think Mike Malott might have a little trouble with him, right? All right. Next is welterweight to middleweight. Another division that's like, the jump is a little bit kind of drastic. Another, I think, 15 pounds, or is it 10 pounds? I think from 170 to 185, 15 pounds, right? There's not much people. So Michael Morales. I wouldn't recommend him to do it yet, but he's a big fella. He says he's either 6 foot or 6'1". He is not 6 foot or 6'1". He was maybe 1 inch shorter than Neil Magny, who I think is 6'3", 6'4", something like that. Mike Morales is a monster. And when he gets a little older, he's going to find it harder to kind of cut off that weight. Your muscles get denser and your bones get denser, and that's going to be kind of hard to make 170. So I think 155 would be a great move for him in the later years of his career. But if he wants to do it now, give him Robert Whittaker. I think Robert Whittaker is skilled. He's dangerous, but he's not the same as he used to be. And I also think Robert Whittaker just gets physically outdone by a lot of people. I think Robert Whittaker is more skilled than Rainier the Ritter, but Rainier the Ritter was just very strong. He was massive. He was big. He was heavy. He kind of just brooded Robert Whittaker. Same thing with Dricus du Plessis. And maybe Michael Morales could do the same thing. And if he beats Robert Whittaker, he's up there in the top 10. And then it's just 1 or 2 more wins, and then he gets a title fight. All right? Another person is Israel Adesanya. Maybe like an inch or 2 difference, but we saw him versus DDP. Height sometimes doesn't matter. Michael Morales, I think he would lose. I want to see he might lose. It's so hard to say. Adesanya, I think he's just a better striker. Michael Morales is very goofy, and I think he uses that height and weight to his advantage, being a weight bully at 170. And I think here, where he fits more naturally, I think Israel Adesanya, if he's not fully washed, I think he has a good chance. But Michael Morales could just land one good punch on him, right? And Michael Morales could wrestle, but Israel Adesanya has good takedown defense. But maybe maybe there's a good test for Israel Adesanya. If he loses this one, I think it's kind of just, but maybe not. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about Israel Adesanya versus Michael Morales and who would win that one. Because this is a little tricky. This would be like a little 50-50, but I wouldn't know if Israel Adesanya losing this one would mean Israel Adesanya's cooked, or if Michael Morales is just that good type of fight. Next fight I would give him is Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland is not dangerous versus a man who is very dangerous. Now wrestling on the feet. Sean Strickland might be able to dodge and parry all those like crazy big meaty hooks from Michael Morales, but I kind of think Michael Morales will be able to win this. People will say, oh, robbery. If it goes 5 rounds, it'll be a robbery or whatever. But I kind of see Michael Morales being able to beat Sean Strickland, who's number 3, and to get him high in that division by beating somebody who isn't really liked by the UFC is a good. I would give it to him. I think Michael Morales might be able to get a robbery win type fight. kind of like Canadier did against Sean Strickland. All right, next one is Anthony Hernandez. I think this will be the same. I think it'll be just a carbon copy of what he did to Sean Brady. Just another wrestler who can't really strike, who he's just gonna stand tall and far away from, and just be able to land one of those crazy haymakers on the temple and get them wobbled up. And Anthony Hernandez has been like KO'd against Kevin Holland to the body. I think Michael Morales could do the same thing. Number 4 ranked. I think if he wants to move up in weight, if he can't make 170, Anthony Hernandez would be a kind of an easy lick for him. Maybe. That's if he's able to knock him out real quick. All right, now middleweight to light heavyweight. This one is a little interesting because I really wanted to give it a Hamza, but I think I'll let Hamza stay champ. I think Hamza has a pretty good, maybe a favorable fights in the top 5. So I want to see somebody more exciting. I'm gonna give that to Dricus du Plessis. Right, Dricus versus Jiri Prochazka would be such a goofy goober. Like, it would be like that cartoon where there's just dust kicked up and you see hands and feet come out the dust cloud versus Jiri Prochazka. That's how the fight is going to be. It's just going to be two people who don't know what their next move is going to be making that move. It's just going to be two just goofy goobers going at it. See who has the most heart, the better chin, and the more willpower. Dricus du Plessis is not a small guy. He's like 6'1", 6'2". And he's like, I think Jiri Prochazka is like 6'4", but he doesn't cut that much weight. He weighed in against Hill, I want to say, at 209, 208, 4 or 5 pound weight cut. Dricus du Plessis cuts more than that. Hamza Chimaev cuts more than that. The other guy, what's his name? Paulo Costa cuts, I think, from 220 or something like that, which is crazy. All of them are middleweights who cut more than a lightweight does. So Jiri Prochazka always has a good fight, never boring. Dricus, I'm gonna bring him that fire, goofy goober fight, amazing. Also, Jiri's number 1 ranked. That's a fun fight, and also like what might be a top 5 contender that Dricus might have a real good chance against. I don't know if he wins, but he can. Jiri's always losing the first couple rounds. Who knows? Next one is Jamal Hill, number 7. I like Jamal Hill, but he's just not showing up, man. He is not showing up. That sloppy footwork, the ability to get like peppered at range by Khalil Rountree, who's shorter, has shorter range. I think Khalil Rountree and Dricus are around the same height, probably the same muscle mass. And I think Dricus could do the same thing against Hill. But I don't think he would. I think he would just kind of charge in there and knock him out. Great fight. I'd love to see it. Other person, Dricus versus Jiri. Roundtree, number 4. Another, I wouldn't call it an easy lick, but gas tank for gas tank. Dricus might be able to just almost get his way to the 4th, 3rd round and just beat up Khalil Roundtree. I'm sorry to say this, but the damage that Khalil has taken from Jiri and Alex, I think Dricus could do the same type of damage. Take him down a little bit more, be more scared of the takedown, make it easier to land punches on Khalil, open him up, and then there we go. Dricus at number 4 ranked. And then one more fight, and then or just from there to a title fight versus a Jiri, a Carlos Alberg, or who's ever holding the title. I think it'll be an easy way to the title. Next one is Dominic Reyes. If he wants the easiest fight he can get, I'm so sorry, but Dominic Reyes, number 9, top 10. If Dricus could land that punch, Dominic Reyes is done. And that kind of goes for everybody at middleweight going to light heavyweight. It's just an easy win. Sadly to say, but I don't think Dricus is going to get knocked out. And I don't think Dominic Reyes is going to be able to withstand the punches from Dricus. So it is what it is. Next one is light heavyweight to heavyweight. And I think the only person for this one is pretty simple. I think it's only going to be big old Alex P for the 3rd belt. Now, give him Cyril Gane. I think he wins. Give him Volkov. I think that's a very, very scary fight. I think Volkov is not gonna try to stand on him. I think he's gonna try to take him down and wrestle. And if he does stand on him, he has the range. He's 6'7", 6'8". He's a tall motherfucker. Alex Pereira could probably KO him with a body shot or just, I don't know, man. It's a scary fight. I remember I was excited when I heard this was gonna be the fight that happens before Volkov versus Gane. It's a scary fight, man. I don't know what to say. Next one, Sergey Pavlovich. Again, everybody in the top 5. A scary fight, but I think Sergey is too plotty. I think Alex P could beat him up. Alex Pereira, I think, has a real good chance. I don't know if he'll knock him out or what, but Sergey Pavlovich has just been too scared to really go scorched earth on the opponent. I think he's too scared. Tom Aspinall left him with PTSD. It's sad to see, but this isn't the same Sergey Pavlovich. It's just very timid, very scared. And Alex Pereira could just pepper him from range, man. I think that would be the easiest thing to do. Next one is Waldo Cortez Acosta. I would be scared for Alex Pereira here, but this is Alex Pereira. I think there'll be a 4-5 round, kind of like what he did against Khalil Roundtree, where he's not gonna knock him out. I think Costa has shown that he has a good chin. But I still think Alex Pereira could beat him, right? And I think that's it. That's for everybody. And for heavyweights, they can't go up a weight class. I think they have to go down a weight class. I think half of the roster. Almeida could make light heavyweight if he wanted to. If he wanted to go through a good weight cut, he could. Costa, he holds a lot of belly fat. He has muscle, but he's under a lot of fat. He could definitely cut some of that off and go to light heavyweight. So I'm not really gonna do that weight class. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed this. I don't know why my nose is so itchy and my lips are so itchy, but I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Hope you enjoy your day. Bye. See you tomorrow.